Destiny is a massive multiplayer first-person shooter that has taken the gaming community by storm. It has changed the life of many gamers and given many players an experience they had never had before. With Destiny 2 in the horizon, I believe it would be good to reminisce in those moments that made us, the player, feel like we had found a true gem in the gaming industry. These are the top 5 Destiny moments for players, of course. This is my own opinion, and I can't say that everybody feels the same way I do, but with that said, let's get on with the list. Nowadays, legendaries and exotics flow like wine? Is it wine? I don't know. I should have researched the saying before trying it out. Nonetheless, exotics and legendaries were a rare commodity in the early days of Destiny. It was nothing like Tree of Coins or guaranteed drops. You had to slave hours and hours fighting enemies or completing strikes or... Hey! Who put that there? Get it out of here! With getting an exotic or legendary being hard as nails, the first time you got one it felt as if a choir of angels started singing over you and your life was finally complete. That is, of course, until your eyes were set in a new and most likely impossible weapon. A weapon that you only heard stories of and weren't even sure existed. Crucible, the truest test of strength and prowess, the place that can make or break a Guardian. You can find yourself basked in glory, or teabagged by a 7-year-old that went flawless on trials and has a 4.0 KD and is part of all the good clans. And how did he beat me? That shot didn't land! How is he this good? I'm an adult, he can't beat me! I'll call your mother! You teabag me one more time, Timmy, and she will ground you! Sorry. Kinda lost my cool there. Getting back on topic. Crucible is very unforgiving and really tests you as a player. That's why one of the best feelings was when you saw your gamer tag at the very top of the leaderboard. Those long days of playing PvP and making changes to be a more accurate shot were finally paying off. Ha! Take that, Timmy! Alright, let's move on to number 4. Destiny is a game that has been loved by many since day one, and has taken over player lives in the daily basis. But, let's be honest here, vanilla Destiny's story was nothing to write home about, feeling like an empty shell of what it was meant to be, the simple and yet many times confusing stories, and yes, I am looking at you, extra stranger, was something that turned many players off of Destiny, and left many others wishing for more. Well, that more came in the first few moments of The Taken King, a brand new narrative that focused on the patriarch of the Hive. This story felt full of life and made Guardians feel like there was truly a danger to the last remnants of humanity and the universe as a whole. It's very hard to forget that moment in which Oryx first talked directly to the player and looked at the player's very soul.
They speak a word, a name. He is here!
Right! Give your will to me!
When Destiny was first announced, one of the first promises made by Bungie was that there would be raids available for players to do. Being it that Destiny was very different to any other MMO, the public was wondering how would the raids work? Would they be fun? And would they really be challenging? The answer to these worries came in the form of the Vault of Glass, the very first raid that players ever experienced. Protecting a spire with your fire team, which by the way was probably one of the hardest things in Destiny at the time, opened the Vault of Glass. There was a quiet moment of celebration and realization when you saw those doors open. Stepping through the door will lead you to one of the longest and most grueling activities in Destiny, filled with puzzles, tests of skills, and a final baddie that made the Heart of Darkness look like kids play. This was also one of the most rewarding activities in the game, with loot that you could only dream of before then. Not only did the doors create this amazing experience for most players, but they also created one of the biggest races against time in video games. Seeing that first team beat Atheon made players around the world celebrate, as a big bad wolf had been defeated.
Reload,
Dip.
That we did.
Oh, we got it right here.
10 seconds. We can do it. We can do it.
10 seconds.
We can do it. We can kill him.
Right here, right here, right here.
We got it. I got it.
At number 1, we have one of the very first moments in the game. Moment where your ghost brings you back to life for the first time. This little moment with the ghost was the moment I realized this game was not like any others I had ever played before. The beginning of a journey of endless possibilities. A beginning that would start a community that encompassed so many wonderful and passionate people, that would go so far as to create its own con, perform its own acts of kindness, and unite people from all different cultures and backgrounds with the common love for a game. This had to be put in number 1, as without it, any of the other experiences would not have been possible. Thank you guys for listening, and tell me, do you agree with my picks, or do you have different ones? Let me know in the comment section. If you liked it, please remember to like and share the video, that really helps me out. Also consider subscribing. Again, my name is Colder, have a wonderful day. When Destiny was announced as an MMO, no. Not only did the doors seeing that first team fall seeing that first team first moments in the game. The moment where you got the beginning of a journey. The beginning of a journey